Hey there guys, earlier today, as of the day that I'm recording this, this will probably be up tomorrow, I posted a video talking about 5 things I want to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon, but I was kind of rambling for most of it, and it wasn't very, short, concise, and coherent what I was talking about. So, I wanted to pretty much just remake this video with a script in front of me. You should be seeing just my face on the webcam, yes you are. And I've got a script right in front of me on my computer so that I don't get off on so many tangents. And I planned on having this be to Pokemon Emerald gameplay in the background with me walking around. Right now on Pokemon Emerald, I am hunting Feebas. And oh boy, that is a long and tedious process, and I've only barely started. Anyways. Also, at the end of this video, I'll be talking about something I want to do in terms of a Pokemon game playthrough, and I want you guys' input on that. I probably don't have a big enough channel that'll get too much input, but, a couple of votes will influence which game I decide to play. Also, so, I'm gonna start the list. The list is in no particular order, they're just things I want to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon. The first one being walking around with your Pokemon. Many people say that the second-gen games, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, especially the original ones, Gold, Crystal, or Gold, Silver, and Crystal, were the best Pokemon games ever to be made. And for some reason, they're the only ones with our first 2 features, which are walking around with your Pokemon following behind you, and multiple accessible regions. I'll talk about the second one in a minute, but walking around with your Pokemon. For both of these things, about all that I have to say is that I'm surprised that they haven't been bringing those back, being able to access the previous region after you complete the current region, and walking around with your Pokemon. Because those are probably pretty highly requested features, and features that a lot of fans, including myself, really liked from the games. Now, I haven't played original Gold, Silver, or Crystal, but I really did like those features in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and of course my parents are watching something in the background. They're turning it down good. Okay. Hopefully I can turn my computer and that won't get caught in the background or anything. So, then, the third thing will be non-linear progression. Something I like about Skyrim is that after the initial scene at Helgen, Are you shushing me while I'm trying to record a video? I hear you shushing somebody. Who are you shushing? The third thing is non-linear progression. Something I like about Skyrim is that after the initial scene at Helgen, it basically gives you a giant open world and says, go nuts. I don't like being forced into one specific quest line, and think it would be interesting to be able to access any of the 4 islands of Alola, that's what it's called. I forgot, when I was writing this script, I forgot what the region was called. Alola, based on Hawaii, at any time with accessible Pokemon leveling with you. First off, that would be really cool for accessing any Pokemon you want at any time, and second, that would be really cool for the grinding aspect, where basically if you want to grind a weak Pokemon, or simply put, if you want to grind a weak Pokemon, you can set that one as the lead Pokemon in your party, and all of the Pokemon that you encounter will be around that level. And you can then just walk around and grind that Pokemon up and make that Pokemon stronger. Or you can set it to be a stronger Pokemon in your party and use an EXP share. Now, I don't think that nonlinear progression will ever be in any Pokemon game, though, because it will significantly change the way that the repel has to work in order to have it actually be an item that's worth buying, and not total garbage. Now, because right now the repel will only repel Pokemon that are lower level than your Pokemon, equal to or lower level than your lead Pokemon, it would have to be changed to repel all non-legendary Pokemon so that you can still use it for finding the legendaries, the roaming legendaries. And and they can also make it so that you can still encounter Pokemon like, I know that in Black 2, White 2, Black and White, and I think also in XY, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, but I haven't played those games, you could encounter Pokemon by walking into shaking brush, and, well, like, tall grass that was shaking, and you would automatically encounter a rare Pokemon, and repels could be tuned so that if you encounter Pokemon through that method, while a repel is active, you'll still encounter that Pokemon, as well as if it were legendary. Number 4, no special events for legendary Pokemon. In other words, gotta catch them all, but you can only catch them all if you pre-order the game. Why? It's... okay, I can see why, because it gets more people to pre-order and it basically gets more money in the game developers' pockets right away. But it's really just annoying to block everybody else out of certain legendary Pokemon, unless they've got a friend that's willing to trade it to them and trade it back. Like, seriously, that is something just beyond annoying. Gotta catch them all, but you can only even complete the local dex if you pre-order the game. And you can't get the national dex and the reward for completing the local dex without completing the local dex. So unless you pre-order the game, you cannot complete the local Pokedex. And number 5, difficulty. An Elder Scrolls-like difficulty bar where you can literally just slide the bar from left to right to make the game easier or harder. Veteran players can actually give themselves a challenge this way. I've heard that some big veteran players beat Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire in a day. Like, just a really short, took them like 8 hours to play right through it. And that's just not something that should be like that, Veteran players can give themselves a challenge, while newer players that don't know all the strategies can still, or don't theorize all the strategies, can still have fun without it being too difficult of a game for them. Now, last thing I wanted to talk about was, I promised you guys I would talk about something related to a Pokemon game playthrough. Well, I want to play through a Pokemon game on the channel, and I'll only play something I want to play, and I won't play something I've already started a save on. So, our options are Platinum, Black 2, or Y. I already have a save on Emerald and don't particularly want to play any of the split games except for Black and Black 2 and Y, because those don't have a single uniting game like Platinum for Diamond and Pearl or Emerald for Ruby and Sapphire. That's about all I had for this video. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!